to demonstrate how to safely remove a card from an SGC slab. So step one is I just put two guidelines there. I put tape there, and then I use my little hacksaw to cut those off. Personally, I don't like clipping corners because I've had stuff shatter and I don't like it, and this protects a little bit. So after that, you just want to get your screwdriver in the side, turn it up, and then just gently walk it down the edge. And when you do that, you can just get in there easily, get and open the card up easily. All right, so for those of you that asked about SGC, I appreciate it, and we'll hopefully we can make a nice restoration here on the Jackie Robinson. This would be one of my favorites right here. 4849 Leaf Jackie Robinson rookie, man. Just awesome man right there, and awesome American right there, man. Just an awesome guy that I have a ton of respect for. And the card, as you guys can see, structurally is fan-freaking-tastic. Like, very minimal corner loss, surface loss. It's just dirty. And on the back, overall the back looks pretty good, but that crease, man, is like a big game changer. That crease will take a card that could be north of a 5 grade to like a 4 or below quickly, you know? So naturally I want to do a good job on it. So what I want to do first, guys, is just do a little bit of card spray on the back of the card over that crease, and I'm just going to do little bits at a time, and just see if we can get that crease to relax. And thanks for watching. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and I am obsessed with preserving and restoring cool cards from all the generations, especially stuff like this. And I also love teaching it, you know, so thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I can show you something great here and stuff that you can do as well. So my method here is just using a little bit of my card spray. And I just like to go over these little trouble areas just a little bit at a time, just like that. And sometimes, since these cards you'll watch it dry right in front of you. Being that these cards are old and dry, sometimes just a little bit of moisture like that can make a big difference and just relax some of those wrinkles and eliminate them, get them out of there. And this stuff takes time, you know, but it's absolutely time well spent. So I'm going to document this because it's going to take a couple steps. But we're going to hang tight until this first round tightens up and dries. And we're going to take a look and see if we made any progress. But I just like reading the stories on the back of the cards, and, you know, just learning as much about these different eras as I can, because I think if you're a collector, you're probably into the history of all this amazing stuff too, and there's a lot of history that goes with Mr. Jackie Robinson. So that's a better look of what we're doing. That crease was running all the way across there. And I'm just gonna continue to do little moisture treatments like that across the back of it, and just see how far that will get us. Now I might have to use humidity later. We'll see. The card usually tells you what it needs. But I'm just gonna keep doing this for just a few rounds here, and we're gonna document the whole process, okay? So stay with me. We're gonna let this one dry up just a little bit, and I'm gonna do a couple more applications, and I'll check back in with you. This is picking up right after we just left off. I just wanted to let the card dry a little bit, and you can still see the line we're working on. See how it just is, just one little application of spray is already helping that out. So what I want to do next is I don't want to rush this process. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little bit more spray. Just the same deal. And these old cards are so brittle and so dry, so you just got to be really careful with them. So I'm just going to go across that trouble area. Gosh, I'm even having a hard time finding it right now. There we go. Just gonna do a little bit of that. And what I want to do, guys, is I just want to hold it in there a little bit. It dries real quick, so I just want to let it kind of like hang out for a second. I want to use the moisture to, sorry, that light's too much. I want to use the moisture just to let it hang in there for a second, a little bit longer if I can. So what I'm going to do right now is just put it between the two plates, the two oversized plastic sleeves, and I don't need any clips or any weight or anything like that. This card's in perfect condition, besides being a little bit dirty and having that crease. So the reason I'm holding it here like this between the plates and with the sleeves is because it prevents it from drying real fast. The application I just showed you dried immediately, which is cool, which is fine. But when I hold it in there a little bit, it will just kind of keep the humidity in there and just help work out those creases that could be, you know, over 70 years old, of course. So hang with me, I got more coming your way. All right, picking this up from the last edit about 2 hours later. I just let it chill, all right, because I wanted it to rest. I wanted the moisture to go away slowly. And let's take a look. Oh, rad. Check that out, guys. That whole crease across the back is gone. Oh, that's awesome. Heck yes. And I worked on that. I touched that corner up there too. Wow, that is so cool. I can still see it, maybe a little bit of remnant in there, so I'll probably just maybe do a little bit more, but God, it's so small. Maybe, so I think I can get it all the way out. There might be a little touch of it there. And then the next step, what I'm gonna do here next, guys, is I took a before picture, so I'll have that. But what I'm gonna do next is, the card's just a little dirty. A lot of that stuff is kind of like baked in there, but I'm just gonna get a little bit of moisture, a little bit of card spray on cotton like that. And I'm gonna put my gloves on here, and I'm just gonna use my hands and just do little gentle taps across the card. It's a paper card without a shiny surface, so it's not hurting it to touch it with my hands. But I'm just gonna do little taps like this, and then blot it up right away and let it dry. And I'm just gonna do that over the surface a handful of times too. I'm never gonna get the card wet, because when you've seen me have to get cards with a bunch of wrinkles on them, like wet, and then I have to dry them between, you know, the pads and all that stuff, that's a way you have to do it sometimes. But this one doesn't have anything like that going on. So I'm just gonna be real careful with it. Just try to get some of that surface junk to lift out of there, and celebrate that wrinkle getting the heck out of there. Cool, big movement. I'll pick it up soon. I'm just gonna let this card hang here. I'm gonna put my gloves on and just do a couple sessions. And the reason I won't film the whole thing, guys, is I'm just gonna seriously go tap, 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 and then I'm just gonna like walk away and do something around the house. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do it again. And I'll probably do it a handful of times. I just wanna see if I can get it whiter and get rid of some of that stuff on there, all right? So I'm not gonna use card polish on the front of this card. It just doesn't have a shiny finish. It doesn't have like a lacquery finish. So I just, it just wouldn't make sense. I'm not gonna go in that direction. I'm just gonna try to use card spray to just hopefully pull out some of these stains, and then we'll get Jackie looking just a little bit better. So for my last edit point, I spent just a little bit of time putting card spray on cotton, tapping the front, just trying to get some of that stuff out of there. And then I also did a little bit more, just a couple more simple treatments across the back of the card, and I let it rest overnight. And let's take a look at it together. You know, I'm happy with the front. The front looks great. There's some of those stains, you know, this card's over 70 years old, but like some of those just are in there, and I'm fine with it. Looks awesome. Such an iconic card, such an iconic person. Our process worked. Got all the creases out of the back, and I expect the card to do better than a 2.5, really. I mean, I love improvements, but it's also nice to see an improvement on the grade. Edges, corners, surface. Yeah, it's got some patina in there throughout the years, that's for sure, but Fortunately, it doesn't have those big creases on the back anymore. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. Absolutely love this guy, and awesome piece of American history right here. As always, I appreciate you watching. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.